So welcome to Religious Studies 1333 Community Partner Orientations. We have some community partners with us here today, so they're going to describe a little bit about their agency and then some tasks that you'll be able to do if you partner with their agency. I'm going to go ahead and go through the Mutual Expectations Agreement, which serves as your service learning syllabus. Each of you should have one in front of you at this point. I'm just going to point out some of the sections of this. At the top is your course information, so there are 3 sections of Religious Studies 1333 that are listed on this section. My contact information is listed right here. So if throughout the semester, if you have any questions, if you're having any issues, concerns, please give me a call as soon as possible. My information is here, email, phone number, and office location. I'm located in Warden Room 23, which is on the other side of campus, right by the softball fields. So please feel free to come by. We have a number of community partners with this class, so I'm going to go through them quickly. Children's Association for Maximum Potential, Christian Hope Resource Center, Society of St. Vincent de Paul, St. Vinny's Bistro at Haven for Hope, Sam Ministries Transitional Living and Learning Center, Dia de los Muertos Celebration, and Meals on Wheels Christian Senior Services, where you'll also be working with Grace Place if you select this option. As you can tell, all of the contact information is listed here for each of the agencies. You have a name, a phone number, email address, and in some cases, cell phones as well. So this is for you to have. Please keep it in a safe place. This is how you'll know when you get started who to contact. Your course learning objectives and service learning goal are also listed here, and you have through December 5th to complete the hours. We will track your hours on the time log, so I went over those in the last class and I passed those out to you. So just make sure to please complete those, take them with you each time you go to your agency so they can sign off on your hours. The submittal date, the first submittal date is October 10th, right before midterms. And then the final submittal date is December the 5th. So please make sure to get your time logs in on time. You will receive a reminder by email. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our first community partner, which is Camp, and we have Sarah here to speak to.
Hello, my name is Sarah Coloman from Camp. Camp is our main program is a summer camp for children and adults with special needs. We were founded by 3 Air Force pediatricians from Wilford Hall Medical Center. And from that, they came up with the idea that no matter how severe a disability is, every child should get to have a summer camp experience. The summer camp was such a big hit that we were able to continue our programs throughout the school year, which is what we have to offer for you guys to complete your service learning through. The first program is a Parents' Night Out. It's one Friday night a month over here at our facility on Laughlin Air Force Base. It's kind of like a structured daycare program. It's from 5 to 10:30. You guys get there at 5, you do a brief training and some icebreakers and introductions with the other volunteers, and then the kids come at 6, and then they get picked up at 10, and you guys have cleanup until 10:30. The activities run very structured. It's activity, some kind of arts and craft, a snack, free play, and then a movie. So we need volunteers or you guys to come out and buddy up with a kid and just hang out with them and help them have a great evening. If you're interested in coming to one of those programs, our first one is September 14th. So you would need to sign up and submit a background check. So pretty much you'd have to email me today and so I can get all your information because we have to submit a gate list for you to gain access to Laughlin Air Force Base. So if you're interested in that program, I would need to know 2 weeks before the date of the event for you guys to submit all your information so I can get it into the appropriate people on base. The next program is our Teen and Adult Day Adventure, and that is the teen and adults that part of our organization. They're from 14 to 35, and they go out into the community and they do different events. We really try to mix it up, but they go typically like Morgan's Wonderland, SeaWorld, the zoo, missions, baseball games. All of that is paid for you guys, so it's just you guys come, they pay your way in, and then you guys would hang out with the kids and you know make sure that they're having a great time. So for that program, there is a background check required. However, there's no gaylets or anything that needs to be submitted. You will need to provide your own transportation, and you'd be responsible for any extra spending that you would want to do. Right, and that's it. So if you guys are interested, you can sign up with her and email me today if you're interested in that first P&L.
So at the bottom of each of these agencies, you'll see a section where it says project completion and eligibility and instructions to start. For this agency, you must attend a combination of 4 Parents' Night Out or Teen and Adult Day Adventures. So you have a list of dates to choose from, but please make sure if you are doing one of those that requires you to email her today. You'll know by the end of today what agency you're with. Email her today if you are with camp, if you're interested in going to that September Parents' Night Out event. Then eligibility to start, again, she does want you to email her to get the application process started. The second agency, I don't see her here today, is Christian Resource Center. This is an agency that's located off of General McMullen, so pretty close to campus. They have, it's a Christian-based organization. They do a lot of neighborhood programs for the area. If you work with this agency, you can work with one of their programs, so we will ask that you select one of the programs. The first one is an SAYFC Teen Parents. Teen Parenting is healing past experiences for teens. This is a partnership with Youth for Christ Teen Parents faith-based program designed to promote inner healing for teens in a hip, interactive, and contemporary approach. It's a 17-week series, but you all will only be there through December 5th at the latest. It's a empowering and uplifting support group for young men and women who are teen parents. So they're trying to help them along their journey. This program meets on Tuesdays from 6:30 to 8:30. So in the evening, this is an evening opportunity, and they will begin on September the 11th. We have slots for 4 students with that program. The second one is the food pantry and clothing assistance. So if they do offer food and clothing to people in the neighborhood who may need it. They are a distribution center with the San Antonio Food Bank, so they do distribute a lot of clothes. If you work with this program, you'll assist with the sorting and distribution of food in their emergency food pantry, organize clothes in the clothing store, and help carry supplies to patrons' cars. So again, this is this is a Saturday opportunity from 8:30 to 1, and students should arrive by 8:30. If you go to this, you'll be required to report to these 2 individuals to sign in, Vilma or Gilbert, and we can take up to 15 students here. Children's Bible classes, that's the third organization. So they have Bible classes on Saturdays for kids ages 4 to 12. If you're interested in this, the classes are held again on Saturdays from 9 to 12. This is another option for 6 students. Yes, sir.
Well, for the other one, do we need to provide our own transportation?
For all of these agencies, you're responsible for providing your own transportation. For this agency, for project completion, you must complete a minimum of 20 hours over the course of the semester. And to be eligible to serve for this program, if you're serving with the Teen Parents Program or the Children's Bible classes, you will be required to complete a criminal background check form. If you're working on the food pantry portion and the clothing, you are not required to submit a criminal background check. The third agency we have is Christian Senior Services, so Meals on Wheels program and Grace Place. And we have Kim here from the agency.
Hey everyone, my name is Kim and I'm a volunteer coordinator at Christian Senior Services. First, while I explain our agency, I'm sure everybody has a grandparent, a great aunt, or great uncle that they have in their lives. So when I'm talking to you, kind of visualize that person. That's the population that you'll be working with. For Grace Place, it's our Alzheimer's Day Center. So people suffering from Alzheimer's can go there during the day. It gives their caregiver a little bit of respite during the day. And it's just, like I said, just during the day. They do lots of activities. My office actually shares a wall with them, so I know how much fun they have. During the day, they play games, bingo, there's live music there, arts and crafts. They do tons of activities. And as a volunteer there, you'll be helping with those activities. You'll be running those activities, you'll be interacting with the people there, so a really great opportunity there. The other program we have is Meals on Wheels, and with that program, you'll be delivering food. We serve meals all over Bexar County, but here you'll be delivering right around campus. You'll be delivering to homebound seniors, so seniors and those that have a disability that are unable to leave their home, or it's very difficult for them to leave their home, and so they really benefit from having a meal delivered to them. You're also doing a wellness check every day. You're making sure they're okay, you're checking in on them, so it's really important for these people that they have that in their lives. Again, like I said, you'll be delivering right here around campus. You'll go in a buddy system, so 2 of you will go out together. One of you has to have a car. You'll go out, you'll deliver the meals. The delivery time is between 10:30 and 1:30 during the day, Monday through Friday. So it's something that you could work in between your classes quite easily, and you'll be making a difference in these people's lives every day. It's the same route every day, so you'll get to know your delivery route. The first time you do it, you might be a little lost, and then after that, you'll know the route, and it's pretty easy. It doesn't take much time at all. I think the whole thing will probably take like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, so not too much time on that. Is there any questions? No? Okay, thank you. Oh, and there is a background check that we need to do for this program. Thanks.
Thank you. First, if you sign up for this one, again, you'll be doing Meals on Wheels, delivering meals through our office, and then also working with Grace Place. So for Meals on Wheels, you will be required to deliver at least for 10 different deliveries. We'll ask that you select the day of the week that you'd like to do it. Every Tuesday, I'll be there at 10:30, or every Wednesday, I'll be there at noon. We do have to have you pick up the meals at the latest by 12:30, because as you have heard Kim indicate, the meals need to be delivered by 1:30 at the latest. So we want to make sure they get it on time. We do have an orientation, if you sign up for this agency, that will occur on Thursday, September the 6th from 12:15 to 1:30 in Warden Room 23. So please keep note of that if you sign up for this agency. We will be, for Grace Place, I do have the locations listed here. So there's 3 different locations you can volunteer at for the Grace Place component of this piece, and they're listed here with the contact numbers and phone numbers. What you'll do is you'll just contact them and tell them that you'd like to volunteer there and that you're an Our Lady of the Lake Service Learning student. They'll be expecting you, and you should do this 3 times and at least 1 visit before midterms. So again, project completion, 10 delivery days, and you must volunteer at Grace Place for 3 separate instances for a minimum of 2 hours each visit. You do have to do a criminal background check form that's performed by our office, so please make sure to complete that today. If you have a DUI or a reckless endangerment moving vehicle violation, you're prohibited from driving, but you're still eligible to serve as a passenger, so please keep that in mind. And for Sam Ministries Transitional Living and Learning Center, I have Luke, so I'll go ahead and turn it over to Luke.
Thanks, Nikki. Who wants to guess how many homeless children there are in Bexar County? That's San Antonio and the surrounding area. Anybody?
3,000.
3,000 is too low. Good guess though.
10,000.
Anybody else? 10,000 is too low, but you're close. There are 11,000 homeless school-aged children in Bexar County alone. So homelessness there's 4,000 homeless adults in Bexar County, approximately. So what this means is that the nature of homelessness has really changed a lot in San Antonio, and it's very unique to San Antonio. Only San Antonio has the lowest average age of a homeless person in all the major metro areas in America. So one of the things, if you would have came to me 10 years ago and you said, Luke, I really want to volunteer for Sam Ministries and work with the homeless, what would you have me do? And I would say, I really want you to stand in this line, and I want you to serve soup to someone as they pass through. Nowadays, if you come to me and say, Luke, I really want to volunteer with the homeless, what can I do? And I'll say, can you work with children, right? Because that's the nature of homelessness has changed quite a bit. You know, I think if you come out and you have an experience serving with us at Sam Ministries, you would be coming out to our Transitional Living and Learning Center, and that's a long-term homeless shelter. It's called a transitional program, where we take families that have high potential and we invest in them. and they stay at our facility for 6 months to 2 years. And really, what they're doing is they're coming out of, a lot of times, great crises. Let me tell you a story about James, and he's a real-life kid that he doesn't mind me sharing the story and stuff, but James's mother went through a very difficult spat of domestic violence, and that was the cause of her homelessness. And she came to the Transitional Living and Learning Center through a series of fortunate events, and James was starting to mimic some of the behavior that he saw at home against his own mother, right? Some violent tendencies, some verbal abuse, and that kind of stuff. Really, James just didn't know any better, right? And James started not doing so well in school, and his grades suffered. About 20% of all kids that go through homelessness, so think about it now. We have 11,000 homeless school-age children in Bexar County. Now 20% of those will fail their grade that they're in because they're going through this crisis in their life. It's a very unsettling thing for a child where their family is upheaved and their routine is upheaved. So James was struggling greatly, and we were even exploring the option of maybe James needs to go to an orphanage for a period of time. And then a volunteer came in and started working with James on some schoolwork and really spent some time with James. So it wasn't so much like, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna help you with math. It was, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna just talk to you about your day too while we process your homework part. You're also gonna talk about your feelings in school and being picked on or bullied or whatever. And through that period, James became to blossom. Have you ever been to like a Spurs game and they have this like 10-year-old dancing phenom kid come out? Let me tell you, James is like the best break dancer you've ever seen in your life. Like this kid can like really boogie down if you get the chance to come out and meet him. He's really cool. Just ask him to dance. He does it on command. It's pretty cool. But one of the things after this tutoring part, and after this volunteer had a chance to work with James a little bit, and they were talking more about homework, not about things other than homework, James started to blossom, and we found out that one of the reasons why James had such terrible behavior problems is because he's actually a gifted and talented student, right? And so we were able to identify that and got him into some classes where he was actually challenged in school, and he made the honor roll last year in school, so we were really proud of him. So I want you to know, if you come out to Sam Ministries and you want to tutor, like that's you know the basic thing, the tutoring part. We have it a couple different times, so you can pick a slot that's flexible with your schedule. But we really want you, when you come out to help the kids with the homework, also know you're coming out to spend some time with them, right? And I think it's going to be very, very rewarding for you. So there is a criminal background, because you're working with children. There's a criminal background that's required to fill out. When you fill that out with me today, because I have a paper application, I'm going to go back and I'm going to immediately process your application. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mail you a packet. So when you give me your address, you need to make sure you're giving me the address that I can mail something to you and you can get it today. And in that packet, there's going to be a username and password, and you can actually reserve your tutoring slots online. So for your minimum hours that you need, you can actually go in and reserve, because we have 5 slots during the day, 2 slots in the evening, and you could go in and reserve that stuff for you and to accommodate your schedule. Great. Any questions? Yes, ma'am.
How long are the periods like that we have to be there, or like the time slots? Is it 2 hours or an hour and a half?
Yeah, it's in your packet actually, because there's 2 different tutoring opportunities. One's in the computer lab in the evening, and the other one where you'll be working with actually high schoolers and adults, mostly, that are going through college that need help with like, how do I do this on the computer? And then there's a period from 3:30 to 5 o'clock where you'd be working with primarily elementary age children. So it's in your application, the time slots, but I know you need about 20 hours. Monday through Wednesday. Monday through Wednesday from 3:30 to 5. So what you'll do is I'll mail you your thing, and then you'll have your password. You can log on, you can see the opportunities, and then you can reserve your slots. Okay.
The computer lab then is also the different opportunity, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 6 to 8.
Yes.
So it's a later opportunity.
From 6 to 8, and if you're in the computer lab, if you're a computer lab tutor in the evening, and there's people there that want to stay like clients, you can feel free to stay and spend some time with them, and we'll count your hours longer. You know, we'll keep the computer lab open. So, thank you.
So this agency is located off of Blanco Road, on the north side of San Antonio. So for this agency, we do have some applications and criminal background check form. If you sign up with them today, you'll receive that. And then, as Luke mentioned, once you're cleared, you'll receive a packet, and you'll use that to get into the transitional center. For this agency, you must complete a minimum of 20 hours over the course of the semester, and also go through an orientation. So the next agency is Society of St. Vincent de Paul, or St. Vinny's Bistro at Haven for Hope. So I don't know how many of you all are familiar with our Haven for Hope campus, but that's located pretty much at the edge of downtown San Antonio, and it's serving the homeless population here in San Antonio, hoping to kind of be one location for the homeless to come and receive all the services. So trying to get some transitional program, trying to do some classes, having child care there, medical care is also provided, dental care. So a lot of agencies work together on this campus to try and provide homeless individuals with a multitude of services. So part of this St. Vinny's Bistro at Haven for Hope works with the Prospect Courtyards portion. Those are the people that just want a safe place to stay overnight. They may not commit to the program and get on the main campus for various reasons. But what you would be doing with this agency is you'll assist with the preparation and serving of meals with the clients in Prospect's Courtyard. So for this one, you must be at least 18 years of age to serve with this agency, and the available shifts are, this is 7 days a week, so even Saturday and Sundays as well. Breakfast shift is from 6 to 9:30. They ask that you arrive at the beginning of the shift. Lunch from 10 to 1:30, and dinner from 4 to 6:30. So again, this is 7 days a week, so you can sign up for Sunday at dinner if you want. You just need to contact Madeline and give her your list of requested dates and shifts as soon as possible, and no less than a week before your date, and then she'll confirm whether that will fit. She does have to cap each day. She can't take on too many volunteers each day, so please get those dates and shifts to her as soon as possible, and she will email you further instructions. Students for this agency must complete a minimum of 20 hours over the course of the semester. Habitat for Humanity is the next agency, and I think a lot of us are probably familiar with Habitat, but basically they go out and they try and offer housing for people who might not otherwise be able to afford a house. These individuals are required to then also put in some sweat equity, so they have to commit to doing a minimum of 300 hours helping Habitat build homes. They might be helping build other homes as well. So for this agency, you'll be part of a construction crew, and you'll assist in the building of a home. You're not required to have any previous construction experience, so if you've never picked up a hammer, any of that, that's okay. They have somebody on site that will show you how to do things, and will be there to help you. So for this one, we are requiring, if you do this agency, that you take part in 3 day-long builds. So if you go, you do have to commit to being there for the whole day. Builds are scheduled to occur Tuesdays through Saturdays, between 7:45 to 3:30 in the evening. So we do want you to note that lunch is only offered on Friday and Saturday builds. If you work any other days outside of that, we do ask that you bring your own lunch. And Saturday availability is limited, as you can imagine, so these are some of the available dates for Saturdays. If you are able to serve with this agency, I would contact Sarah right away if you only have select Saturdays that you can do. When contacting Sarah, she does ask, as with all of our agencies, that you let her know that you are an OLLU service learning student, so that she knows that as she's placing you. So you need to wear appropriate attire for construction sites, so please make sure to do that. And you should participate in at least 1 all-day build by the midterm. So again, 3 all-day builds in order to complete this project. You will be required to complete a waiver prior to working at the construction site, and you'll get that by email. The final project is the Dia de los Muertos celebration, and also helping with the Our Lady of Guadalupe celebration. I'll turn it over to Dr. Nita.
Okay, for this project, I'll be partnering with the University Ministry, the Religious Studies and Theology Department, Humanities Department, and some alumni who have worked with this project throughout the years. The Dia de los Muertos project has been part of the Our Lady of the Lake celebration, the cultural aspect of Catholicism, and the cultural aspect of Mexican American cultural systems. and it's been going on for about 15, 20 years. What we do is we gather together on Sunday evenings and we talk about what the Dia de los Muertos celebration is, what it means traditionally and spiritually. We watch some videos, we talk to individuals who have been intimately involved in this back in Mexico and here in San Antonio, and then we actually plan and develop the celebration itself. We create costumes, we create altar decorations, the sugar skulls, we create those, build those. So if you're really interested in this cultural aspect of Mexican American Catholicism, interested in understanding the cultural aspects of religion in and of itself, I encourage you to do this. The requirements are we'll begin meeting on September 9th, Sunday evenings at 5:30, and it's on campus at the Center for Women, and we'll continue throughout the Sundays up until early December. We'll plan for the big celebration on November 2nd, Dia de los Muertos, and then the Dia de Guadalupe is December 12th, which is on Wednesday. The semester's over by then, but we'll still plan for that celebration. Maybe some of you can hang back and be with us for that celebration. We'll at least do the preparation for that celebration up until early December. Okay? You work with myself, you work with some folks from University Ministry, and you also work with some alumni. Maria Gomez, who's been a long associate with Our Lady of Lake, she's been teaching here, or she's been working here for about 20, 25 years. She no longer works here now, but she's still intimately involved with the Our Lady of Lake community. So all those individuals together will work together. We'll get them together on Sunday evenings, as I said. We'll have it's a little bit of a festive celebration or meeting itself. We'll have some food there, we'll have some music. It's not just all busy working during that hour. So that's basically what it's all about. Any questions, comments at this point? No? Okay, thank you.
So we want to thank our community partners for being here with us here today. And for the online section, I do want you to read through the Mutual Expectations Agreement that's on Lake Online, and make sure that you email me your top 3 choices as soon as possible.